Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so sorry that I've been gone for so long, but with college and the pandemic and the election and everything going on, I've been a little pre-consumed, so I apologize for that, but hopefully I will be back to regular scheduled videos, and you can leave in the comments any videos you would like to see. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing something that was requested from a subscriber, and their name is Ashley Chen, and Ashley asks, can you make a video about meal plans at SIU? So there was a certain process that SIU went through last semester, so spring of 2020, when we were under a quarantine for the whole university. So if you would like to hear about that process and how that went, I can make another video. But for today's video, I'm going to go over the regular meal dining process and procedure that goes on at SIU without the pandemic, and then I'm going to go through what it's like to be under quarantine at SIU right now in the meal situation. So I am currently under quarantine. I'm under a 14-day quarantine because I came in contact with somebody who tested positive with the virus. I thankfully tested negative, but since I came in contact with them, I must quarantine for 14 days. So the meal process and procedure at SIU is fairly simple. There are two dining halls. There are True Blood on East Campus and Lentz Dining Hall on West Campus. So I live on East Campus, so I primarily go to True Blood. This dining hall, it's the older of the two dining halls, but they just got a new renovation with the grill. So the grill is where you have raw meat, vegetables, and noodles, and then you can cook it on like a big grill in front of you, like the people will cook it in front of you. And you can have that. So that's a new renovation to True Blood, but basically how the procedure works is you have your student ID card, and then in order to get into the dining hall, you must swipe your card, and then you can eat in the dining hall for however long you want, however many times a day you want. There's no certain limit to the amount of times you can go into a dining hall per day, and you can switch between dining halls. So say I wake up in the morning and I'm getting ready for class, and I go to True Blood, which is right next to my dorm, to eat, and then later on in the day I have a class on West Campus and I'm hungry for lunch, so I can just go right over to Lentz. So it doesn't matter which dining hall you go to or what side of campus you live on. As long as you have the meal plan, you can go to any single dining hall whenever you want, as long as it's during the hours of operation. So that is another change from previous years. The dining hall used to close at 10 p.m. on regular school days, but it has changed recently to 8 p.m., which a lot of people have problems with because I've studied so late at night and then the dining hall was still open, which was super nice, and then now it's kind of, closes pretty late. So if you're not there by 8 o'clock, then you don't get to eat till the next day. And then on the weekends, the dining hall doesn't open till 11 a.m. So you have to wait from 8 p.m. the previous night all the way to 11 a.m. the next morning. So that is something to keep in mind. Hopefully that'll change in the future, but as of now, I'm pretty sure they open at 6 a.m. and they close at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then they open at 11 and close at 8 on Saturday and Sunday. You can go to the dining hall website, on SIU's website. It lists all those specifics. The SIUC Anytime Meal Plan, so that's what like a normal student would get coming into SIU who lives in university housing. You will get a SIUC Anytime Meal Plan, so you can eat however many times a day you want, as long as it's during the hours of operation at whichever dining hall you want. But there is another type of meal plan called the SIUC Block 20 program. I'm pretty sure it's like the Block 20 program or something. So you pay $120, I'm pretty sure, for 20 meal swipes. So like you can go into the dining hall 20 times, no matter, if you want to go 3 times a day, that's now 17. Or if you want to go once a day for a couple weeks, you can do that. But it's 20 swipes for $120. So a lot of like off-campus students use this, who live in like maybe the apartments, or students who may live with their parents around town. They may use that. So when they come to campus and they're here for an extended period of time and they get really hungry and they don't want to go into the student center and pay for lunch, they can go to the dining hall with their meal plan and they have 20 swipes. So those are the two different kinds of meal plans. If you have any other questions regarding meals, there's a website you can go to. I'm not sure the exact link, but when I find it, I'll list it here. And you can go to this website and it'll give you all information about dining. I think when you come to SIU and you live on campus, like in one of the dorms, you have to have a meal plan. The only people that can opt out of the meal plan are juniors and seniors, and it's called the junior-senior floors. So if you live in Neely Hall, which is on East Campus, and you live between floors I think it's 12 through 14, so 12, 13, 14 in Neely Hall. You can opt out of the meal plan if you're a junior or senior. So, because we have kitchens in the towers, so we have one kitchen for the whole building. So if you want to like go downstairs and cook your own meals, you're more than welcome to do so, and you can opt out of the meal plan if you want to. I work for University Housing. I'm an APA for University Housing, so I get a free room, but I still have to pay for my meals. And then RAs, you get free meal plan and free housing. So if you decide to work for University Housing, that is a cost-effective way to get rid of the costs for meals and room and board. So, or room and meals. So that is definitely an option you can take. And if you have any other questions about those specifically, like I said, go to that website. You can figure out all that information. So now to get into the second part of this video, I'm going to talk about how meals are distributed to students who are in isolation or quarantine. So isolation means that you have tested positive for COVID-19 and you have to isolate yourself for 10 days. And if you're in quarantine, that means that you came in contact with someone who tested positive and you don't know if you're positive or not. So you have to quarantine for 14 days. I went to get tested last week when I was in quarantine, and it came back negative, but you still have to quarantine even if you get a negative test result, just to make sure the virus doesn't appear in your body after day 12, 13, 14. So I am currently on day 12 of quarantine, and the process has been the same the whole week. Every day I get a call from someone in the health center asking me how I'm feeling. I have to fill out this little questionnaire of, am I developing any symptoms and things like that. So that happens every single day. So as far as meals go, I had to call the senior on staff call number and have them add me to the meal plan list, like the meal list for people to come drop off the food. So how that works is every day you get 2 meals delivered. So you get 3 meals in total, but you get 2 meals delivered. So between, I would say roughly around noon, 11:30 noon every day, I get my first meal of the day. So if it's a weekday, it'll be more so of like a normal lunch food. And then if it's on the weekend, it's more of a brunch type of option, because the dining hall opens at 11 on the weekends. So at noon, the food that I get is mainly brunch. And then my second meal of the day will be delivered sometime around 5:30, 6 o'clock. The dining hall closes at 8, but normally it comes around 5:30, 6. So what happens is the RA or whoever it is who delivers the food goes and gets the food, and then there's a chair sitting outside of your door. They set the food on the chair, and then they knock on your door and say meal delivery, and then they leave. You have to look out your peephole, make sure they're gone, and then open the door and get it and take it back into your room. So I'm going to show you guys a couple pictures of what is delivered. Oh, and I forgot to mention, when your dinner is delivered, your second meal of the day at 6 o'clock, you get a small white bag of breakfast food for the next morning. So if you wake up at like 8 or 9 in the morning and you don't get your brunch or lunch until noon, you have something to eat. So ever since I've been in, this is a day 12 on quarantine, and every day that I've been in quarantine, I have gotten this food item at dinner time for the next morning. So I'm going to put the picture here. So what it is a bagel with cream cheese, and then either ham or turkey, 2 boiled eggs peeled, and then Cheerios, and then a little carton of milk. I have gotten Captain Crunch some days, but it's usually Cheerios. So 12 days in quarantine, that's what I've had every single night delivered to me that I was intended to eat for breakfast. So the first day, it wasn't, I don't have a toaster, so I had to eat like the bagel like raw, like how it was. So the first day it wasn't terrible, but then when it kept coming every night, I kind of like got really tired of it. And I hate wasting food, but it's just one of those things, like when you wake up and you're just not hungry for something. So that's what's been delivered every single day. So that has not changed. I have so many bagels, meat, and like eggs in my fridge. It's not even funny. So I'm going to go through the 2 different meals that you get on a weekday and then on a weekend. I'm not going to show you the whole week, because if you guys want to know what I had in quarantine last semester, I'll show you a whole week's worth of food. But just for this video, I'll just get into what I had for one weekday and then on the weekend. So for the weekday, for breakfast, or for the like lunch food, it came around noon, I was given this like pasta. It was like a bacon pepperoni cheese pasta. It was pretty good. And then some grilled asparagus, boiled carrots, and then like a breadstick with cheese on it. This was actually really good. This was one of the better days, I will say. There are some times where I get my food and it's just like all over the place. And usually every day that this you get a meal, you are given like a bottle of crisp and clear water. That's like the brand that we're sponsored by Pepsi, so we can only have like Pepsi brand water. So they give us like this crisp and clear water every day with each meal, and then sometimes we get like a Gatorade. So that's what I get for like my lunch. And then for dinner, I was given this. It was like this meatloaf, but it didn't have any like sauce with it. It was just like meat and then like bacon wrapped around it, and then chicken, french fries, and then this was like Halloween, I think, so it was like these green mashed potatoes. They were normal, but I think they had like green food coloring in it, and then 2 bottles of crisp and clear water. So this is something that like you would get. Sometimes they give you like packets of like barbecue sauce and ketchup. That usually comes with a lot of the meals, so especially if you have like some kind of potato like fries or something. So that's like a normal day for food in quarantine. So let's go to the weekend. So in the weekend, like I said, the dining hall opens at 11 and it's delivered at noon. So for brunch, we were given this. I was given a donut, pancakes, hash browns, and then there was sausage, biscuit, and eggs. And then they give you like butter and syrup, and they gave me these cute little cookies because it was like, what day was it? It was Halloween this day. So this was like the brunch food they gave us this day. So this was really cute. Oh, and like a little blue Gatorade. Sometimes they get blue, red, purple, but every day, I usually get those like every other day, the Gatorades. The water comes every day, but the Gatorade's like every other day. So this was a cute little breakfast. But this was like when I had like just gotten put into quarantine. Like this was like the first week of my quarantine. So like I had eaten like cereal that morning, but I don't wake up till like 9 or 10. So when I ate the cereal and this came, I wasn't really that hungry. So I really didn't eat a lot of it, but that's what like a normal brunch would look. This was like the biggest one I had that I would say. I don't normally get like this many boxes. Like it's normally just the 1 to-go box, maybe some sauces, but they're usually put in there. So this is like the biggest breakfast that we had. And then for dinner, we had these chicken wings with french fries, ketchup, and then like this little side salad with ranch. It was really, really good. The salad was really, really good. I think this also came with water. Sometimes they put like cookies or Rice Krispie treats or something in there, but these are like 2 normal meals that we eat in a day, and the breakfast is the same. Yeah, so that is the end of this video. If you have any questions or need me to clarify anything that I mentioned in this video, please comment down below and I'll be more than happy to answer your question. And if you have any requests for videos that you want to be done, please let me know. I am graduating from SIU next spring, so if you have any questions about SIU or anything you want to know before you come here, feel free to comment and I will try to get to it to make a video. Thank you, Ashley, for requesting this video. And if you would like me to walk through like a week in quarantine and the quarantine meals and the process and procedure they had last semester, feel free to ask and then I can make that video as well. I hope you find this helpful and I hope you guys stay safe during this upcoming holiday, and I wish you guys all the best. See you in the next video. Bye!